real quick. Thank you. Now,
Hey, look,
there's
there's a
more.
chair.
We're gonna swallow
There's
each other.
short
Actually, why don't you pop that off?
We could do that.
And we're gonna swallow each other.
I mean, you know what? That's real good. Let's take this. Need three more chairs.
Thank you. We still need the chairs over here. Yeah, excellent. Now, this is the time we are going to reflect back about some of our experiences with our mother and father, mom and dad, old man. Mom has always just been mom, and mom. Now, since Michael is now an ordained minister, let me let you know how that started. We were young. The accident still had not happened, at least that particular one. Now, we always went to church. We went with our grandmother and we watched this great evangelist talk about how sin can consume you. And now this evangelist, he had a handkerchief and he caught the little corner on fire and he threw it up and it said, poof, and it was consumed real quick. Now Michael always wanted to be the ordained minister that he is now. That night at dinner, he and I were sitting at a table, went and lit a candle.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, it was spaghetti. Now, if you can remember, those that have been around for a while, since it has been 40 years, the den was sunken down, and then there was the kitchen, and then there was a living room over on the side. Now, we were sitting in the kitchen, Mom and Dad were downstairs in the den. So Michael jumps up on his chair like this evangelist, and he's preaching. And he takes that napkin. All right, it was a Bounty paper towel, yeah. And he caught the corner on fire, and he said, and it will consume you.
You weren't supposed to bring this.
And it will consume you. And it didn't go poof. And so now here he's panicked, okay? We have the kitchen sink right there, but Mom and Dad can see him. So he goes under, and I mean, he grabs it, and he goes and he's trying to make it to the bathroom. Well, he makes it to the living room before it gets too hot, and it falls, and it catches the carpet on fire. So we put it out, stomp it out as quick as possible, and Michael does the most responsible thing that an ordained minister that just set the carpet on fire could do. He pulled a rug over it to cover it. Now, we thought we would get away with it until the fire alarm went off. And then we got in trouble. Now, speaking of fire, to continue on, the fire department was called once Michael ignited. Oh, yeah, just off probation. So he can now actually burn. Like that. So it's always good. And you know, he never panics. Always keeps it, just like me during that entire time. I was cool the whole time.
You're such
Never
a
had.
No. Y'all smell the diesel fuel? Both tires, right here, right? Okay. Let me explain something, how this rolls. All right. It's real simple. Nice Johnny. I mean, he's a nice, thin guy, right? Good shape, everything. A couple years ago, I don't know exactly how many. Well, you know what? He decides, because he works at a church, he's honest. He stole Mom's car. He borrowed Mom's keys to Mom's car and decided instead of just going and getting the mail, which is just down at the end of the road, he was going to take Mom's car. And he drove it down to the end of the road. He not knowing really what an automatic was versus a manual. Some of you guys know what that is. He decided to leave the emergency brake up and the car in D, as in means digging forward. He never really had a dog to sort of follow him around, even though he had Boots. Now just a little puppy. He decides to go across the street and check the mail. Well, about the time he got halfway across the street, the car decided to meet him over there too. It buried itself in the swamp over there. Now, my healthy brother runs all the way up here. Now you can tell Johnny's a tall guy, but his legs are only about 18 inches long. So he just all the way up here. He comes in and has a stroke. He's like, please help me, please help me, please help me. He's not talking to Mom, he's talking to me. Because the car is nose down, butt up in the swamp right across the street over here. I get my truck. We do the redneck thing. We go down there. Mom runs down there to find out what's going on.
The man.
We pull this car out. Now, of course, the car hit the mailbox on the way by. And you know how these little Toyotas were. They were really thin metal, and it just scarred the mess out of it. And at this point, he lied. And he lied to...
I lied.
I didn't lie.
Yeah, you did. I think that would be a wee lie.
Okay, we lied for a couple of months. Because we didn't want...
15 years.
So John gets down to Wilmington, he finds religion and decides to let the old man know that he's the one that did it. Mom had confessed years ago that she had done it. And it was supposed to be an accident, but you know how it was.
And I had it fixed.
Yeah. It was Johnny. It wasn't me. But
For the first time, it wasn't him.
Right. See, you feel, so you know, throw that.
But you can always count on Mom to cover you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I've got, if Mom's covering someone, let me tell that story.
Oh, God.
All right, so you've heard that we kept this from my father for 15 years.
Yeah.
Which, if anything, that's impressive. But
In this family, it is.
in this situation, this one is bad on Mom. See, with everything that they've done, I didn't really have much to worry about because they've already done everything bad. So I was the golden oops.
Golden oops, really?
Like
Golden
that?
oops.
Like that? So the immaculate oops. I'm sorry, yeah. But there was one particular moment that sticks out of my mind that just lets me remember of all things. I was playing Little League. Dad was busy all the time and at work, so Mom would go to my
It's only about
games.
6 months ago, y'all.
I haven't grown too much.
Puberty at 6.
Beard. But Mom showed up